It's going to be fun, you guys.
Ask if your audio. You should be live. Ask if your audio is.
What up, y'all? Happy launch day. We got Instagram going. We got YouTube going. Art's in the house. Desi's here. Are you guys excited? The cookbook should be coming in the mail today. Y'all have been tagging us like crazy on Instagram and can't wait to make the recipe. So I'm super, super excited to see what you're going to make. And I'm pulling up the stream now. Let me know if you can hear us, all right? Let me know if the picture looks good. And all right, Corrine says she's still waiting for hers to arrive. That's right, B. Rosa got hers. Evelyn got her cookbook. Gail got her cookbook. So guys, actually the most important thing you can do now is obviously thank you for supporting and getting the book. But if you can go on Amazon and leave a review of the book, it would be super helpful. It turns out that Amazon loves reviews and it's really important for their algorithm. So please do that when you get a chance. That would be great. And if you haven't bought the book yet or you know someone who needs this book in their life, share the word, right? I put the link down below in the YouTube description box. And for Instagram, you can't put a link, but just do Flav City on Amazon. It'll pop up. So yeah, Tanya got hers today. Stu, you got to get the cookbook for your wife. That'll be awesome. Let's see what else here. Owen, he can hear me. Love to hear it. So let's start making a recipe. We're going to make this one, you guys. So we open up the page. I think I said 79 or something. Here we go. 87. We're going to make a variation of this. This, my friends, is low-carb pesto pasta with spice-crusted chicken. We didn't feel like having chicken tonight, so we're going to sub that out with shrimp. It's going to be a shirataki noodle with a basil and parsley pesto. And then just like everyone in the book here, look at the macros here, you guys. Every recipe has detailed macros. So macros for the shrimp, macros for the pesto, and macros for the pesto with the noodles. Each one tells you if it's a meal prep, which this one is. This one is also egg-free. A lot of them are paleo and Whole30. And I wanted to make this one. Art's like, yeah, dude, make the 3-hour braised ragu bolognese.
Come on.
Maybe another day, right? But every recipe in the book has photos, and every recipe has detailed macros because we want to hook you up with all of the information you need so you don't have to be figuring it out yourself. Let's see here. Amateur wants to know where you can order one. Amazon, right? Just go on Amazon, search Flav City, or use my pre-order link, or not my pre-order link anymore, my official live link down in the description box. More importantly, the book ships worldwide. So if you live outside of the US, don't use my link, just search Flav City on Amazon. You guys have supported the book so much. It's trending #1 in like 5 categories, which is amazing. Hey, what's up? Dory just got her 2 copies right now. That is amazing. Can I buy your book on Sunday at the party? Yes, we're going to have about 150 copies. If you haven't got a ticket, we sold out of the free tickets for the Flav City cookbook launch this Sunday. We're going to have a second event, and we'll have signed copies there also. Huma got hers. Love to hear that. Won't macros be different if I use different brands of ingredients? Well, no, because for the most part, they're generic ingredients like basil, parsley, but stuff like shirataki noodles, the carbs and the macros are pretty much all the same, but that's my favorite brand right there because it doesn't have that funky smell or that weird texture. Okay, so let's start cooking here. Carla just got the book. I love it, dude. As soon as y'all start getting home from work today, this book's gonna be in your inbox. So let's start making some recipes. All right, let's do it. Boom shakalaka. First thing we have to do is get the shrimp. These shrimp, I'm super excited because they were on sale today. Let's do trivia. Trivia to YouTube, trivia to Instagram. These shrimp are called 8 to 10 shrimp. What does that mean? Does that refer to the fact that they're 8 to 10 per party? I mean, what does an 8 to 10 shrimp really mean? I can just tell you by looking at it, it's a big shrimp, which is really good.
8 to 10 years old.
8 to 10 years old? 8 to 10 months? That one cracked up Dusty. Regardless, I want to treat it just like this chicken in the cookbook and give it a spice crust because spices are the best way to add flavor and a crust to food. And I absolutely love it. And I find that it's more impactful than a wet marinade, which is really hard to kind of sear and caramelize. So Valerie over on YouTube says 8 to 10 per pound. Melanie says 8 to 10 per pound. Over on YouTube, Shar says 8 to 10 per pound. Here's where we start, says 8 to 10. You got it. Don't get fooled by marketing terms like colossal, giant, enormous shrimp. It's all about the size per pound, meaning if there's 8 to 10 per pound, it's a pretty big shrimp. If it's 30 to 35, it's a bit smaller, but it's not that bad. The largest you can get, I think, is 6 to 8. Bless you, Dusty. But 8 to 12 at Whole Foods for the next week are on sale for $9.99 a pound. Yes, please, right? And that's the beauty of the book. You can swap out proteins, side dishes, so there's 125 plus recipes, but once you start mix and matching, you're like, hey, actually, I wanna make this pasta, but I wanna pair it with this arugula salad, then you're talking about, I'm not a math guy, Art might be better with the numbers, but we're probably talking about over 900 combinations there, Art. Art's gonna audit that later on. That used to be his old job back in the day, but we'll put him to work on that. So spice rub, let's start doing that by first drizzling in some avocado oil in the bowl with the shrimp. And then here are the spices, Art, I'm gonna use for the spice rub. I'm using, you guys, onion powder, garlic powder, sweet paprika, oregano, and cayenne pepper. Shocking, I'm not using smoked paprika, I know, but we're going for that Italian vibe here. So I wanna keep it on the, non-smoky side. But now I have trivia question number 2 for the night. Do I wanna salt my shrimp now when they're marinating for about 15 or 20 minutes? Or do I want to wait until the end, right before they go into the pan to salt them? What do you think and why, more importantly? Hey, if you're on YouTube, share this link. Let's get some more friends in here. This is Cookbook launch day, baby. We've been waiting for this for months. Share the link to this live stream over on your Instagram story, your Facebook page, and use that order link down in the description box to order another copy and spread the word. Instagram, Flav City on YouTube, or Flav City on Amazon to pull up the book. Art's gonna read some of the answers. I'm gonna sprinkle in some of the powders here. This is like Pablo Escobar's lab here. We got white powders galore. A little bit of the sweet, a little bit of dried oregano, and then take it easy on the cayenne pepper. How are the trivia questions going there, Arturo?
Most people are guessing correctly. And
Yeah?
You gotta wait till the end.
Okay, we don't want to ruin it. Let's see here. What's up, Margaret? Tanya on Instagram says the end, the food. The foodie Mailey says at the end. He thinks, Mr. Flay, my wife ordered the book. What up? Thank you so much. MC Sykes says, no, wait until the end. It draws out too much moisture. Marianne says salt because it will dry out the shrimp too early. And Nikita says, right. I think 90% of you all just got that right. What does salt do? Salt pulls out moisture. What do these chicken or these shrimp in the book look? They look crispy and crusty AF. How are you going to make your food crusty if it's soggy and watery? That's why you want to wait until the end to salt it. So it already smells great. I can really get a nice perfume of that onion and garlic powder. So now I'm just going to take this guy here and set it to the side for 10, 15 minutes. You don't even have to put it in the fridge because it's not going to sit out for that long. So I'd say like 90% of the time we salt first when we're cooking because we're trying to draw out water. But if you're trying to caramelize onions, if you're trying to caramelize mushrooms, you wait until the end because how are you supposed to caramelize onions if all the water is pulled out in the first place? Hey, if you haven't done so yet, leave a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you're making for dinner, and let us know if you have the book yet. Okay, Wild Bill has a good question. Why do you salt a steak before? Because a steak is thick as can be, and you don't mind if a little bit of water comes to the surface. It's totally fine. It won't actually pull it out like something that's smaller like shrimp. So a steak is the exception, or anything that's really thick like that. You can same thing with chicken. You can salt because it's not going to pull out a ton of moisture. Pork chops, you don't have to worry about it because what happens is that salt brings water to the surface and then it mingles with the spices or the marinade and then goes back into the meat and creates a ton more flavor. All right, let me move the oat spices to the side here. And then we can get going on, let's make the pesto pasta, let's make the pesto sauce and start the tip to making the shirataki noodles great. So this is my favorite brand of shirataki noodles. I said it before, it's Nasoya Pasta Zero. There's a lot of brands out there like Miracle Noodles, but this is really nice because they have them at Walmart and at Whole Foods always. And they don't have that funky smell and they don't have a weird rubbery texture, which I can't say the same thing about every brand of these noodles. But when you're using them for the recipes, in my book, check this out. There's a whole chapter here called, where is it? Pasta la vista, baby. And we use shirataki noodles and we use spaghetti squash. And as long as you know how to treat these, they're going to be delicious, meaning they're packed in water. So look what happens now when I cut these open. They're swimming. If we don't, number one, drain them, and number two, dry them out even more, they're going to make my pesto pasta super, super watery. Or if you look in the book and you see a recipe for stir-fried noodles, it'll make that watery as can be. So first I want to drain it, and then I want to cook it in a dry non-stick pan to evaporate the water. There's so much water in here that you really have to cook it in the pan to evaporate that water. Otherwise, like I said, it's going to make it soggy. We got California in the house. We got another California. We got another California. Then California knows how to party, homie. Let's see here. Oh, someone's in New Hampshire. No book delivery yet. What's going on here? They had the paper pork for dinner? What's paper pork?
Like a really thin cut piece of pork?
Maybe it could be wafer thin pork chops. So look at all the water it's packed in. That's a no-no. So first we're going to spill that out. Then I'm just going to rinse them just in case there's any residual stuff on there. But here's the kicker. Non-stick pan, medium to medium-high heat. We dump it in and we cook it for about 8 minutes. We cook it until the pan stops steaming and the bottom of the pan has a little bit of white cakey residue on it. Do we have any oil in there? No, absolutely not. It's literally a dry pan. You want to use non-stick, otherwise it will stick to the bottom. And we're cooking out all that excess moisture. It's something I learned a long time ago when doing shirataki noodles, and that will prevent it from leaching water into your sauce. And I'm telling you, once you season this and toss it properly, it tastes like a proper pasta. And if you're on the low carb or keto diet and you want your noodle fix, it's the way to go. What is the name of the cookbook again? Says Virginia. Keto Meal Prep by Flav City. 125 low carb recipes that actually taste good. So if you're on Instagram, there's no clickable link there. All you have to do is go on Amazon and search Flav City. It'll pop up. If you're on YouTube, I put the link down in the description box. Today is launch day. So if you order it today, it's going to come by Friday. And you guys have supported the book so much. It's a #1 new release in 5 different book categories. Next stop, let's make it a #1 bestseller. But like I said earlier, really, really important. If you've ordered the book or when you order the book, or heck, even if you didn't order the book, go to Amazon and leave a review for the book. It's really important to get Amazon reviews, and I'm counting on you guys to leave a bunch so we can really get that algorithm kind of boosted there and make Amazon happy. So let's start making the pesto sauce.
Cynthia, Kevin, and R. Wilson already left reviews on Amazon.
Wow, 3 reviews from people already. Thank you so much. Are they 5-star or what?
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo, 5-star rating.
It's starting a rivalry here. East Coast loves Flav City more.
Oh no, East Coast, West Coast. Owen and Shelly from Ontario, we got the cookbook today. Please come to Ontario. I want to go to Ontario. I want to go to Toronto, all those good places. You need to come to California and open a keto-friendly restaurant. If there was ever going to be a place, wouldn't it be California? How is there not a keto/paleo restaurant in like Venice Beach or something like that? Tim McCrae over in Atlanta got the book. I love it. Buff Bocus, he got a question. He pre-ordered the book from Amazon, was wondering if I can get one of those grinders, but I prefer orange with an orange handle. You're probably talking about this guy, the Microplane Zester. Yeah, just go on Amazon and search Microplane. If you're coming to the book launch this Sunday, almost everyone's gonna go home with this or another present, because we're not obsessed with zest for no reason, Art.
That's right.
So, ordered the book for the husband's birthday. Thank you so much, Lisa. Let's make a pesto. The pesto is kind of like traditional. We're going to use basil and parsley. I don't like to use 100% basil because basil is expensive. I just bought this actually at Trader Joe's because I find that to be the cheapest place to get parsley unless you want to grow it. Actually, our neighbor grows tons of parsley, and he tells me to take as much as I want, and I take him up on it. But this packet of basil from Trader Joe's is like $2. Sometimes you see that little clamshell is like $2 or $3 at the store. That's a major no-no. So I talked about this last night on Instagram stories. My parsley hack. You get home from the grocery store with a fresh bunch of parsley. Snip off the bottom part here, put it in a mason jar, put the bag over the top, and then put it in the door of the fridge. My friends, this will last you for 2 weeks in the fridge. Change the water every 3 to 4 days, and it's amazing how fresh it stays. The same is true for cilantro. It doesn't work as well for mint, but it will work maybe a couple extra days.
Works for dill too.
Works for dill, what the dillio. And it's great because you always have fresh parsley, and nothing's worse than buying, a nice organic head of parsley for $1.50 and then seeing it go to waste a few days later. So do this trick, it's unbelievable. Now, I'm gonna take about a cup of this and then rinse it off. I have a video from a long time ago called my poor man's pesto. It's 100% parsley, and I use peanuts instead of pine nuts because pine nuts are like $22 a pound. You need like a second mortgage for that stuff. And it's not keto because of the peanuts, but it's a really, really tasty. Check this out, Art. Look at that. Look at this. Getting a facial here.
What temperature is your pan on?
My pan's on just below medium-high heat. And you want to get all that moisture out, but it's absolutely going crazy there, right? Imagine all that water was still in there, and you toss it with this fresh, delicious, beautiful parsley pesto. Forget about it. Then we take a cup of fresh basil. Do you prefer the pronunciation of basil or basil, Art?
I say basil unless I'm saying basil expedition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like basil. I like how the Brits also say rocket instead of arugula.
And herb instead of...
Herbs, yeah. I think they do a little better job with the pronunciation than we do.
Well, because there's an H in there.
There is an H. I actually get that comment a lot. Why do you not pronounce the H? And I don't know, to be honest. Okay. Hey, Barbara, her mom loves the book. Using it for dinner tonight. Woohoo! Love to hear that. Little pinch of salt. Unrefined real salt. Little bit of pepper. And then you guys tell me, what do you think are the other ingredients that go into pesto? We won't show you the recipe yet, but what do you think? It's pretty traditional after this point, but I want to know what you guys think. So give me the laundry list of ingredients, and I'm going to get everything else together here. And like I said, if you just have parsley, use 100% parsley. If you have a ton of basil because you grow all of it, do it. If you have mint, put mint and parsley in there. Just mix it up. You don't have to really worry about getting it 100% right. It's a fresh herb pesto. It doesn't have to be basil. Let's see here. Garlic. Lots of garlic, says Sammy. Olive oil and Parmesan cheese. Let's see here. Garlic. Oh, so you guys said Parmesan cheese. Got it. Garlic. Got it. What else? They said olive oil. Got it. Let's see here. Sun-dried tomatoes. I don't have it, but that would be great. Let's see. How about someone say lemon juice? Sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah, thank you. Holly from Madison. Lemon juice would be great. Sun-dried tomatoes would be lovely. Not the most keto-friendly, but it's 100% paleo, so I'd go for that. Olive oil, garlic, lemon juice. You got it. So if we go to the cookbook, what do I have here, Art? Take a look. I can't even see you.
Where do you want me to go? On the recipe?
Yeah, for the pesto. Yeah. So I say,
Everyone see it here.
yeah. Did we get it right?
Garlic,
Yep.
lemon, pecans, Parmesan or pecorino,
Yep.
olive oil,
Yep.
salt, pepper.
You all got it. But you all forgot the nuts, right? You need nuts in there as the fat, as the binder. So traditionally, like I said, a pesto is made with pine nuts. Homie, don't play that game. These are toasted walnuts. I just roasted them in a 300-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes because when you roast nuts, they get so much tastier and you need that fattiness to bring this together and make it super creamy. Now, actually in the book, I have 2 pesto recipes. I have a basic one and a creamy regatta cheese one. So good. So let's put a little bit of the nuts in there.
Somebody just said they can't find the book on Apple Books. I have that issue.
Yeah, Art just had the same problem earlier. I don't know. It's supposed to be on Apple Books, so I don't know. Give it like maybe 12 hours. I don't know what's up with that. Ooh-wee. What's up with that? So nuts go in there. Then y'all said Parmesan cheese too, but I'm not gonna use Parmesan. I'm gonna use Pecorino Romano. I love Pecorino because it's the cousin to Parmesan, but it's a sheep's milk cheese from Roma, and it's cheaper than Parmesan Reggiano. Smell that. And I love it. It's just so salty and nutty. And hey, if I can save a couple bucks here and there, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for sure. So let's grate in, I don't know, about a quarter cup. And this is why I like the microplaner. See how it's grating it into a fine snow shower? I don't like when these big box graters grate it into these big chunks. This is why it's great for zest. It's good for cheese and all that stuff. So a little bit of lemon zest. Let me do this. Let me pulse it down a second so there's more room in there. This is Mini Chopper, by the way. He's my 3.5 cup, a little pet here. It's great because you don't have to break out the big food processor, and I absolutely love this guy. There, so now I have a little more room. Let's add more lemon zest. So it's gonna be lemon zest, lemon juice. And then you actually wanna wait until the end to add the bulk of the cheese. I got a little carried away there and lost my train of thought. The reason why is because as the machine's buzzing, you don't want to add too much heat to the cheese because it might start melting and affecting the texture. So bad on me, but I don't think I added too much that it's gonna do that. Then we'll add a little bit of lemon juice.
So are you saying there is such a thing as too much cheese? Because I didn't think that was possible.
No, I'm saying no, Art's right. There's no such thing as too much cheese, but too early, premature cheese is a real thing. That's what I'm saying, Art. Garlic, hello, 2 cloves of garlic. Someone said lots and lots of garlic. Let's play it by ear because the other night I made a roasted veggie mash with 1 clove of the devil's garlic. It was so strong, I couldn't believe it. So let's bash this up here. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Get with the program.
Yeah. Now, how do we emulsify it? We take some good extra virgin olive oil. Should your olive oil, Art, taste like the Tuscan sun?
If it's Tuscan olive oil.
If it's Tuscan olive oil, use a good extra virgin. Hey, use any olive oil you have. I have a whole collection of olive oils that I love to finish with and use for raw applications like this. But even if you want to use avocado oil, you do what you want to do. But the beauty of using this is, look, it has this little pour spout there, and it kind of just goes through. It's going to take about a quarter cup plus 2 tablespoons of oil. Wow, so many of you guys are just getting the book right now in the mail. How exciting is that?
Very exciting.
To get the book in the mail and live stream cooking, I mean, that's pretty cool. Perfect. So take a peek in here, Art. I think it's starting to look good, but it's definitely too tight. But I want to check it for seasoning right now. And remember, a pesto is all about taste and seasoning as you go. And it doesn't matter what you put into it. A pesto literally translates in Italian to crush. So if you want to use, parsley, pecans, and lemon juice, that's a pesto. It doesn't have to be the traditional one that we all know. So let me taste this. I guarantee it's going to need more salt or lemon juice. It's getting pretty good. Garlic. I think we could do a little more garlic too. Baby garlic here. Then let's do a little more acid. But remember, I'm adding a bunch of more pecorino in a minute. So I don't want to add too much more salt now because then it's going to get too salty. So always keep that in mind, right? Oh, I'm adding cheese. That has salt. I should probably hold back on the salt now. And then let's pop this guy on here. You could do this the grandma way in a pestle and mortar, but man, that just takes a little too much time for me. A little more oil in here. Do more? Wow. Well, here's what I'll say to you. Number 1, if you're not subscribed to the Flav City YouTube channel, obviously subscribe. But more importantly, there's a little bell icon right below this video. Push the bell because we're going live 2 times a week now, right, Art? At least once. usually twice a week. I don't know how much more we can do that. It's obviously like really, really fun. We love live streams and we love eating with you guys afterwards. But push that bell because anytime we schedule a live stream, you'll get a push notification or an email about it. So let's put a little more cheese in there.
More and more folks got their books today. We're getting them right now.
Live. Hey, that's so much fun. Oh, look at this. Christina, my doorbell just rang. I got the cookbook just in time because I'm doing my grocery shopping for tomorrow. I love that. Thank you, Virginia. What's an alternative to nuts for the pesto? The alternative would be skip it. And you can either just use all cheese. If you don't want to make cheese in your pesto, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is vegan Parmesan, and it has that salty, nutty flavor. All right, every time I do this, I drop one. Hey, no. Take it easy. Hold on. Okay. So take a look what's happening here. I'm usually better at that.
Do they brown at all when you're doing that?
No, you don't want it to brown, but they won't. See how they're drying out now?
Yeah.
And it's getting some nice stickiness on the bottom there? That's what you want. So keep going. Kind of remind me like in a couple minutes to take a look at it. You'll notice when the steam starts easing up, it's time to go. Okay. Yeah, you can make this dairy-free using nutritional yeast. Talk to me, Eric.
What?
You got something to say?
Dave Matthews' name has been invoked again here.
How does Dave Matthews and doing a cookbook haul at Trader Joe's?
Maybe subliminally like let out a lyric from a song or something. This is the Dave Matthews superfan who invoked this.
Is that it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mr. Kevin. Nice. We were blasting Dave Matthews last week. We actually were talking about you. That's so funny. Dude, this is the bomb. Look at this. All right, get in here. Super, super creamy. Just the right amount of salt and fat. That is delicious. I love that. So good. So this is starting to calm down. I'm going to start to preheat my cast iron pan here. Let's swap that because cast iron takes a little time. This guy's looking like it's almost done, but not quite. So I'm just going to put it over here.
Go ahead and share this, folks. Get it on your social media. Let's get some more folks on.
That's right.
Get them on YouTube.
That's right, guys. This is launch day, y'all. Let's get some more people on the YouTube stream, on the Instagram stream. Share the link over to your Instagram stories. And let's just talk about the book for 1 second. So in the book, it's keto meal prep. But it also is a lot of paleo recipes, a lot of Whole30 recipes. But every single recipe in the book has a photo. Super, super important. I don't understand why some cookbooks don't. Every recipe has detailed macros. So for example, you land on this beautiful spice-crusted shrimp and roasted cauliflower curry. It tells you 3 different sets of macros. Oh, that's for the salmon. Here, example, salmon, snow peas, and rice pilaf. I have the detailed macros for each one there. I have actual fan reviews. And then here's the dietary information. It's a meal prep. This one is nut-free, dairy-free, egg-free. If there's a YouTube video, we tell you. And I think it's important that every recipe has a photo because you eat with your eyes first. So when you flip through this book, you're going to be like, wow, I can make that. Wow, I can make that. Wow, I can make that. So that was really important for us. And you don't have to think of it like a diet book. Just think of it like a bunch of clean eating recipes that make you feel good without sacrificing flavor. I think a lot of people in their mind think, oh, I'm going to go on a diet. Well, that means that I have to eat bland food or boring food. We're busting that myth that healthy food has to be boring. This has 125 plus low carb recipes that taste fantastic. You won't even feel like you're on a diet. It just feels like you're eating feel good food. So let's get that support keep rolling, right? If you're on YouTube, the order link is in the description box. Order a second copy for a friend. Anyone who needs this kind of clean eating in their life, do it to it. Instagram, search Flav City on Amazon. The book ships worldwide. I want to make this a #1 bestseller. I want to get on Al Roker's radar so I can go on the Today Show and cook recipes with Al because you know he loves keto. Then we can do a book tour around the country and all that good stuff. And it's all because of you. You guys are supporting the book. Then we can get it out to that mainstream people who are searching for keto recipes. That's the people I want to fall on this book and be like, wow, I have no idea I can eat these kind of recipes when I was on low carb. because keto's exploding right now. There's a lot of books out there that are kind of lackluster. I want them to get this book to realize, hey, this is what keto should be about. I'm excited to lose weight, drop diabetes, drop my inflammation, drop my medications, and eat good.
Got time for a good question here?
Yes, sir.
So, someone lives in the UK,
Okay.
DJ KMQ.
DJ.
Does the book take into consideration for ingredients that we cannot get or get easily in the UK? Monk fruit sweeteners is an example. Apparently, they don't really have much accessibility to that.
Yes. So very few of the recipes have like specialized ingredients. And I always say if you can't get monk fruit, which I don't use too much in the cookbook, use stevia. If you can't use like low-carb shirataki noodles, use your favorite low-carb noodle alternative or use zucchini noodles. But there's very few ingredients in the book that aren't easily accessible. I would never write a cookbook that would do that to you guys. Okay, keep your questions rolling. Also, let us know where you're watching from, right? Leave all those comments down below and all that good stuff. Let's see here. That's right, Patricia, what's going on? I have a question for Art, I thought. Very cool. Woohoo, I have the book. My 15-year-old son wants to know how much does Bobby squat? How much you bench? I don't do the squat, I do the seated one, and I do 265. The one where you kind of seat it at an angle and push it out. I'll be like Chris Farley. Hey, you know which way the gym is? Is it over there or over there? Okay.
Tommy boy, right?
Tommy boy, you got it. Now, let's talk about cooking fat. You guys are gonna choose the fat we're gonna cook our shrimp in. Should we cook it in ghee? Should we cook it in olive oil? Should we cook it in avocado oil? Totally up to you. Y'all do it. What's my favorite recipe from the book, Christina? It's this. It's one of the first keto recipes I ever made, and I had to put it in the cookbook. It's my Moroccan chicken stew with golden cauliflower rice. I think it's the most beautiful photo. By the way, Desi and Art took all the photos in the book. Art took the cover shot.
Desi took the food photos.
Desi, well, you helped. Look at that. Moroccan chicken stew with a low-carb golden cauliflower rice.
That's your favorite.
This is my favorite keto recipe I've ever made. We liked it so much we made it a chapter photo there, right?
Do it on a live video sometime?
Yeah, we should do that on a live video. But keep in mind that this is a homegrown book. It looks like a professional book that maybe Bobby Flay or even like Jada or a Food Network person would do. But Art, Desi, and I did the whole thing ourselves. We had a publisher in Florida called Mango Publishing who are great. Sandra says ghee. Valerie says ghee. What about on ghee, avocado oil? You know what? Desi's pregnant. Ghee is really, really good for preggers, mommers. Let's drop some ghee in here. Here's how we cook shrimp. Fast and furious. Call me Vin Diesel. You're going to be the sidekick, Art. We go fast. We go hard in a hot cast iron pan.
Turn the Insta video so they
Yeah.
can see what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, come on. You come over here. I'm actually going to pick you guys up. You guys come over here, right? A lot of my recipes in the book call for cast iron pan, but I always tell you, you don't have to use cast iron. It's just nice because it conducts the heat so well. But before I put any shrimp, before I put any protein, steak, anything in the pan, you have to preheat your cast iron pan because you want it to get nice and hot so it caramelizes the food. If you put it into a pan that's not properly preheated, it's not going to get brown and delicious. And Art and I are all about brown, delicious food, right?
GBD.
GBD, baby. So remember, we did not salt these shrimp yet. Art, remind everyone why we did not salt these.
Because the salt would have drawn the moisture out of the shrimp.
Exactly, the salt draws moisture out. So now we'll take some of our, by the way, delicious unrefined pink salt from Redmond, Utah. I love this company. We'll pinch it in here.
Real salt.
Real salt, homie. And hey, maybe all of this shrimp won't fit into the skillet at one time. Art, why do I not want to overcrowd my skillet?
Because then you're gonna be, you're not gonna get the nice crispy crust that you want.
Exactly, it goes back to the crust.
It's kind of like salting them early. Same deal.
Well said, Art.
Stewing them.
So, stewing this. If my pan is hot enough, it will make a sizzling noise. If it doesn't sizzle, evacuate the dance floor until it gets hot. So, that's what you want. Can you hear it? Listen. That's what you want. Yeah, I'm not going to go any closer than that. I'm not going any closer. So I'm going to do this in two stages. Because if you put, like Art said, too many in there, you drop the temperature of the fat and you don't give them room to evaporate their moisture and they boil or stew in their own juices.
Yeah. Owen said we can't hear Art. You only got one wireless.
Yeah, when we start eating later on, Owen, you will hear Art, don't worry.
Not anything worth hearing.
Art has plenty of worthy stuff to say. I turn the heat up, like literally above medium high, because I want this to happen quick. I find that most people actually overcook their shrimp. Shrimp almost have no fat and they cook so quickly, and you have to account for carryover cooking, right? Even though I take these shrimp out of the pan, they're still cooking. So take them out like maybe 15 to 30 seconds before they're actually done. Let them carry over. All right, we got 360 people watching on YouTube. Our record was 470-ish.
Yeah,
so
we gotta break that.
it's your job. God, this is book launch day. This has never, ever happened before. Take this URL, share it to your Facebook page, share it to your Instagram stories. This is a historic event. This is gonna be great because we're gonna sit around and eat food afterwards and have a good old time. We're gonna talk more about the book. Once again, if you have ordered the book so far, it's very, very important to leave an Amazon review. I ask you please, because Amazon loves reviews. It makes their algorithm go crazy or something. So even if you haven't bought the book, leave an Amazon review. They also like video reviews. So if you have time, after you write the review, you can make a video review. That would be amazing. And then if you haven't bought the book yet or know someone else in your life who is struggling with weight loss and wants to get on the diet, share the book with them. Because this is the ultimate clean eating guide. No one's gonna make these recipes and be like, oh man, it's so boring because there's chicken breasts and broccoli. This is exciting food that makes you lose weight without sacrificing flavor. This is what I want people to have in their hand when they're like, wow, I didn't know healthy food can be this good. That's why we put on the cover 125 low carb recipes that actually taste good. Because that's the emphasis. I'm so tired of people thinking in their mind healthy food is boring, because it ain't.
Candace said, the comments go by so fast, but I think it said something like she bought a copy for her neighbor, and then the neighbor went out and bought like 3 more for friends or something like that.
Oh, Candace, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Candace. That's what I love to hear. 2-3 weeks ago, one lady on the live stream bought 8 copies to share. Another lady bought 5, and she said, hey, it's never too early to start shopping for Christmas. And hey, I like that, right? Christmas in May. But yes, you start thinking about, oh, my friend Bob, my neighbor Chrissy. Spread the love, right? Getting that kind of book is really gonna help them. And I wrote the book because you guys were requesting it for over a year. We found this amazing publisher and it seemed like the right time to write a book that really can help people. I'm not doing it to make money or to like get my name out there. I'm doing it to help you so people can really change their lives, lose weight, get off their diabetes medicine, and not feel like they're sacrificing their diet and their flavor to do so. That's really the only reason I'm doing this. So these are looking great. We can check now if they're ready to be flipped by, it smells great. Just seeing if the crust is kind of forming there. Oh yeah, see? And look, they actually have internal thermometer. I'm gonna show you on Instagram. See how it's half white there, Art? That means it's done. So let's flip these and let me show you guys what I mean here. The shrimp almost tell you when they're ready because look in the middle. See how it's white right there? Time to flip them. Exactly, they turn orange on the outside. And now is the crucial time when it's up to us not to overcook our shrimp. So, I'm going to put my splatter guard back on. I'm literally going to count to 30 seconds. Or I'm not, you do it. Someone, timer now. Tell me when 30 seconds is up. We're going to get these out and get the second batch in.
Belinda White's a very smart woman. She said Food Network needs you.
Hey, Belinda, my phone's ready. And there's room for another Bobby on the Food Network. So whenever they want us on there, you let us know, okay? We're down with that. And then once that comes off, we'll put it in a clean bowl. We'll cover it with some tin foil, or as Art likes to say, aluminum foil. It's not tin, right, Art?
Correct.
And then we'll get the second batch in there. How easy is this recipe, right? We've been hanging out, having a good time. You can meal prep this in literally 30 minutes, have 5 meals for the week. That's it.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right, thank you guys. Deepak Chopra, thank you. So these come out. They're absolutely crusty and gorgeous, and I love them. I feel like most people overcook shrimp, and I teach you in the book and I teach you on my YouTube channel how to stop doing that. Because look, even though they're out, here, Art, focus on this. You can see the steam is rising, right? That's because they're still cooking. The juices inside there right now are probably about 140-ish degrees. Just because I pulled them off the heat, it doesn't stop. It's not like, okay, we're done, we're cool. No, they keep cooking, right? So keep that in mind. It's like with a steak. If you like your steak to be 135 degrees, what would you take it off the temperature at, Art?
What was the number?
It's 135.
I'd probably take it off at like upper 120s.
Yeah, 128, 129, because you put it over tin foil or under tin foil, it's gonna carry over 6, 7, sometimes 8 degrees for a thick steak. You gotta keep that in mind because if you don't, you might just overcook your steak. All right, second batch goes in. How many? Oh, 420. Let's do it. I think if in the marijuana world, that's a very important number, but we don't know about that around here. Keep sharing it, my friends. Okay, now I think I'm feeling a little bit naughty today. Let's take a little dollop here of this ghee. By the way, I love this company. They sponsor my videos a lot, and I do a blog on their website right now talking about how to be a meal prep master, Thrive Market, and they're sharing. I'm doing an Instagram story takeover, probably in about an hour, that I filmed the other day, doing keto coconut shrimp, and they're helping promote the book. So thank you, Thrive Market. We just take a little bit, we kind of shake it, we shimmy it, right? And then we take a little bit of aluminum and we just tent it. I don't use aluminum to cook with or bake with. I think it is a little toxic when it has that kind of heat, but it's 100% great for installation. In the meantime, Art, get a close-up of this here, and I'll put you guys right here. These are my noodles. I'm gonna spill them out on the board and see how they cooled down, but they've also dried out a little bit, which is really important. Then I'm gonna take my knife, and I've found often that shirataki noodles come in long strands. So if I just run my knife through them, right, they're so long. Like if you wanna have a 101 Dalmatians moment, don't cut them. You'll be going like this and this and this and this. If you cut them, they just get a little easier to work with. Then I'm gonna grab a bowl right down here, and then we can toss them with our pesto. And ideally you wanna do this while they're hot. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, because the noodle is receptive to the pesto.
Do you deliver?
We're not on Grubhub yet, although I think that'd be a really cool thing. Let's think about seasoning. I love just eating pecorino romano like that. It's so good. Noodles are bland. My sauce is not. Same principle as seasoning a salad. Season your noodles. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. You like it, pepper?
Lady in the Tramp. What did you say?
Oh, I said, what? You're right, Lady in the Tramp. I said 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, 437. A little bit of acid would be nice in here. Right, I notice a lot of recipes don't encourage the seasoning of every step of the cooking process. We do.
Those recipes are wrong.
No, you're wrong. Then we take our gorgeous pesto sauce here, pour over just enough to coat. Okay, and then we'll grab our tongs. Tong to tong, tong, tong. Let's check the shrimp here, Art, real quick. I don't want to overcook my shrimp, so let's flip these guys. Oh, crusty as can be. Look at that. Another tip when you have shrimp or beef or pork in the pan, let it do its thing. Right? Don't poke it and prod it. If you start shuffling that around, then you're gonna ruin that crust. It's all about letting it do its thing, forming that crust, flipping it once, and getting it out. Let's flip this really quick. Arturo. Really here, check this out, you guys. So remember, you could always add more. You can't take it away. So if you notice that your noodles are a bit dry, you go, okay, fine. I'll just add more pesto sauce.
More sauce.
More everything. More anything?
444.
444.
Or St. Louis be far, farty far.
So that's what we're talking about. That looks really good, right? And then maybe check it for seasoning. It might need another squeeze of lemon juice.
Deepak just said 30 seconds.
Thank you, Deepak. Deepak Chopra is not only on the stream, but he's helping us out. Mad love to you. Let's get our shrimpos out here. Oh, beautiful. Leftover ghee, why not? Gorgeous. Now, people often ask me how I clean my cast iron pans. What I do is I let them cool a little bit, and then I fill them with a little bit of water, cook it for about 5 minutes, wipe it out with salt and a sponge, no soap, and then I put it back on the pan. I cook it for 5 minutes, dry, put a little shot of avocado oil, rub it all around. 5 more minutes, cook it. The pores of the cast iron open up, soaks up the avocado oil, turn the heat off, let it cool, wipe off any excess oil. Cannot have any more on the surface, and it's good to go. That's how you season. I do it about every 5 times.
We're at 455.
Oh, we're so close. We're like 15 away from setting a record on here. That's right. And we're almost time for plating, so if we're going to break a record, we better do it now. Yeah, but don't forget on YouTube, we always stick around and eat afterwards and ask questions and answer and all that good stuff. In the meantime, let me check this for seasoning. That pesto is absolutely lovely, but I do want to season the noodles a little more, and I do want to add a little more lemon juice. That's what I always tell you in this cookbook, right? I'm always saying, taste and season accordingly. I'm not saying you need more salt. I'm saying you need to taste and check during the cooking process, because if it's under-seasoned now or under-seasoned then, you're never going to fix it. Adding salt at the end for this is fine, but a lot of other stuff is not.
Super chat.
Oh, Christine, my 19-year-old son who is nonverbal is smiling while he looks at your book and is saying, Thank you, Christine's son. I thank you so much. I hope your mom makes you some recipes and then post a picture online with you and the recipes. We would love to see them. That is so sweet of you, Christine. Thank you. So let's mix that up. And then any leftover pesto. So the beauty of this recipe in the cookbook is that it comes as a meal prep. So it makes 5 servings for the week, because trust me, you're going to want to eat a lot of this delicious stuff. Okay, put that aside. Okay, now let's plate up a dish, and then we can do the Q&A. All right, if you're excited to see this dish, I want to see some hearts fluttering like crazy on Instagram. I want to say, hey, what's up, Keto My Way? How's it going, girl? I want to see some thumbs up. That's what I want to see.
Share it up.
Share it up, Chris. You should have thousands watching you live. You're missing. Jen, I agree. I agree 100%. Okay, I'm going to plate this in this bowl here.
This question's come up a couple times. Why ghee for pregnancy over other choices for oils?
Because ghee is a really, really healthy fat that has the milk solids burned away. So it's pure grass-fed organic milk fat, and it's really, really good for mommies and really, really good for when you're growing babies and really good for postpartum. But it's got to be organic grass-fed ghee. You can make your own using 100% grass-fed. This isn't organic, but it's pretty darn close. Take this stick of Kerrygold, put it in a pan or a pot over medium heat for about 12 minutes. Make sure the heat isn't too high. It should be a slight bubble, and the milk fat separates from the milk solids. You skip away or scoop away the milk solids, and you have pure ghee fat. It's delicious. But sometimes I am lazy and I don't make it, and I have that on standby.
I do have to say, the person that asked that question has a very clever YouTube name.
Oh, yeah?
She's got a Marilyn Monroe avatar, and her name is Some Like It Hot and Gluten-Free.
Oh, I like that. That's good. I like that. We just ordered your book, and I can't wait to... Thank you, Jerry, my friend. You guys, the amount of support the last 3 days, I log on to my Amazon account, the ranking is going like this. It's almost in the top 100 of 8 million cookbooks on Amazon because of you. And we've been sharing recipes on live streams and Instagram stories and all that good stuff. But It's all because you're buying, you're supporting, and you're sharing it, right? That's amazing. All right, so let's plate this dish here. We'll take a little bit of the noodles. See, this looks like pasta. You give this to someone in your family, they think they're eating starchy, carby pasta, but they're not. All right, we take a little bit of the noodles, put it down. Then, in the book, I tell you to get 5 packets of shirataki noodles. It's 1 packet per serving. We take some of our, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I wish Valerie and Anna Maria and Terry and Jeff and Foodie Family over you guys on Instagram could smell that. Oh, I hear Desi. She can smell this coming. Right? Can you smell that? What the Bob is cooking over here? We'll take some of our shrimp. We'll put these down. I think we'll start with 5, like that. Then, I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to go over here to my pantry and get some really good extra virgin olive oil.
Is it Tuscan?
This one is not Tuscan because it hasn't been grown in Tuscany. Then we'll take a little bit of our pecorino romano.
Does Johnny P come?
And Johnny P, I think, is not coming tonight. Right? And then that's it. There it is, you guys. One of over 125 low-carb keto recipes from the cookbook. Shirataki pesto pasta with spice-crusted juicy shrimp. This just shows that it's super easy to eat clean, eat low-carb, even though you're trying to lose weight and be on a diet. No one's going to see this. No one's going to taste this and be like, yo, this is bland. This is boring. I feel like I'm dieting. You're going to eat this and be like, wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. This is good food. That's what they'll say, okay?
Very nice.
Very nice. So, are you ready to eat, Art?
I'm totally ready.
All right, Desi's getting ready to eat. Pardon Art shaking. He's going to transfer the camera to the tripod. I'm going to bring the chairs around. We're going to have family dinner and do some more Q&A.
Going to transfer the microphones to you?
Yes, so there might be an outage for a second, but it'll come back. All right. That was so good, you guys. I can't wait to crush that shrimp. Gonna be juicy as can be. Let me make a little extra room here for Desi and Art. The cap was on, thankfully. Did I do that? How about that, Art, for Tommy, huh? Question, do all the recipes in your book on YouTube as well? Not all, but a ton. But the beauty of the book is I tell you what recipes are on YouTube. I tell you, see, look right here. To see a video of this, search Flav City Healthy Spaghetti Bolognese. So I also tell you all the macros and nutritional info for each recipe. If there's reviews by fans, I put the actual fan names in here, like Alex H, Betty P. Each recipe has a photo. I mean, here's the other version of the pesto pasta. That's with spaghetti squash and ricotta cheese pesto. And then each one tells you if it's nut-free, dairy-free, egg-free, if it's paleo and Whole30. Because if we're going to do a book, I wanted to do it right. That was the most important thing to me. Look at this. Beef, chili, and Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. Like, this is keto? Yes. This is going to help you lose weight and get off of diabetes medicine? Yes. It's amazing. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us if you can still hear us.
Can you still hear us? We're transitioning audio. Let me know if you can hear me. Thank you, Chocolate by Marie. I appreciate that. Jennifer over on Instagram has become Flav City obsessed. She can't wait to get her cookbook to come in. She's been telling all her family and friends. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That is so sweet of you. Yes, we can still hear there, baby. That's what I love. Hey, my friend Slime ASMR. How do I get a signed book by you? In about 2 weeks, we're going to have signed copies shipping directly from our house to you. Stay tuned. I will advertise it on Instagram stories and YouTube. We're going to start with about 100 to 200 books. As soon as we sell out of those, we'll order more. We can't have any more room in here because this is not an Amazon warehouse. This is our condo. But yes, for all of our fans, we're going to have signed copies, of course. Okay. The book is $22.50. $22.50 for 125 plus recipes. Art is throwing on another microphone. You're going to hear me better in about 1 minute. Will you do a Flav City sweet treat cookbook? Desi wants to look into that. She's going to do, yeah, it's going to be better in 1 second, Valerie, the audio. Desi's been working on a lot of sweet treats. A lot of them are paleo, not necessarily keto, but we're gonna work on that for sure. I'm gonna make a plate for you guys here. I mean, look at that. It looks like legit fettuccine or spaghetti pesto pasta.
Okay.
Audio is in here. Can you guys on YouTube hear us better right now? We have the shotgun mic there. Let me know. Maria. Hey, Shaheen. What's up, Shaheen? You're getting your book in a week. Maria, the book is $22.50 on Amazon. The Amazon link is down in the description box on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, just search Flav City on YouTube. All right, sounds good. Woohoo! Love to hear that. And the book ships everywhere. It's shipping to Dubai. Shaheen on Instagram on YouTube has it coming her way. And it ships to Australia, Singapore, Brazil, the UK, Germany. It's shipping everywhere. Just search Flav City on your local Amazon browser.
Shipping up to Boston.
Off to Boston. Hey, we're going to Boston for sure. And if we can continue to get the support we've been getting, it's going to become a #1 bestseller. Then there'll be a book tour. Then we'll get on Today's Show, and the sky's the limit, right? But like I said earlier, very, very important, please leave an Amazon review after you get the cookbook. Actually, you don't even have to buy the cookbook to do it, but Amazon loves reviews. So give it like a day or two or the same day, leave an Amazon review. And if you're so inclined, after you do that, leave an Amazon video review because Amazon loves those.
I thought you have to buy for Amazon review.
No, you don't have to buy it. It's a verified buyer if you do, but you don't have to.
Okay.
But if you want to make a video review after you do the written review, that would be amazing. So I want to get hundreds and hundreds of reviews because then Amazon's going to push that book to anyone searching for weight loss cookbooks, and we can grow the community and get this book in front of the people who need it most.
20 seconds remaining on the Instagram Live.
All right, guys, Instagram's going to go in 20 seconds. Head over to the Flav City YouTube channel for the Q&A session while we eat. I had a great time with y'all. That was really fun.
10 seconds there.
All right, and Art, let's bring some chairs over here. Desi's just about fixing to come over.
Somebody just asked if you have a soft version of your cookbook.
A soft version. What's that?
Paperback.
Oh, not yet. I think they're going to print a paperback version around the holidays. But knock on wood, it should be at Sam's Club and Costco in the near future, and it's going to be a soft cover there. But right now on Amazon, it's a hard cover. Are all 125 recipes keto? Yes, Charlie. All of them are keto, and many of them are also paleo and Whole30 approved. We thought of everything for this cookbook. I wanted to give you guys the ultimate keto and low-carb cookbook that really covered all the bases. But most importantly, it just feels like you're eating tasty food that doesn't feel like you're on a diet.
Kindle, question mark. Yes, Kindle, right?
Yep, Kindle copy is there. Just use my Amazon link. You can get the Kindle or the hard copy. And if you could think of anyone in your life who needs this kind of book in their life, spread the word, right? Because a lot of people don't realize it's not just for keto people. It's for people wanting to lose weight. This kind of diet, a keto and paleo diet, is really good for, coming over, is really good for lowering diabetes, inflammation, arthritis, getting off those darn cockamamie medicines from the pharma companies that cost a fortune. If you eat a keto paleo diet, that's the way to go. And this book is the ultimate clean eating guide to help do that. And you're not going to feel like, oh man, I'm eating this boring food. It's delicious food that you're going to love. That's the most important thing.
Somebody asked, will you be signing purchased books at Sunday events?
Yes. So we're doing a cookbook party, launch party on Sunday in Chicago. We'll be signing books. You can either bring them with you or we'll be selling about 100 to 150 books there. And then I'm working on getting a second launch party organized because the first one sold out of 250 free tickets in like 24 hours. It was so overwhelming. But look at this, you guys. I mean, Desi's going to come in the kitchen in a minute and eat that. I mean, talk about wanting delicious food for the baby, for mommies, for anyone. And so many of the recipes in the book are kid approved and picky eater approved. I've had people eat like my cauliflower rice pilaf and say like, hey, my husband didn't even know it was cauliflower. I work for Costco. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely going to wait to buy this. Sweet. Yes, we should get some good news from Costco, and I heard also some good news from Sam's Club. So,
We were still at 465 viewers. I think people should still share it. I mean,
wow. Yeah, guys, this is the fun time. The three of us. If you want to share the link over on Instagram and Facebook and say, hey, the authors of Keto Meal Prep are having dinner and hanging out, let's get more people. Did we break the official high or not?
we came this close.
Are you
I think there's
serious?
still the possibility of doing it.
Oh my
We're
God.
still at 465
That's
now.
so crazy, you guys.
We can do it. We need like 7 more people. 8.
I love the smell of new books. I have a case of 200 books in my back.
That's a good
office.
smell.
You should come over. That's like the best smell around.
Should I turn the angle a little bit more?
Whatever you want. Yeah. Get rid of the
What direction?
towards you just a shade. Is this your own home? Yep. We produce everything out of our 2-bedroom condo in Chicago. Everything.
Eat before your food gets cold.
That's right. When are you coming to California? Hopefully soon, Jerry, my man. Hopefully. I just got my recipe book. Woohoo! What up, Jennifer? Anna Maria, is the book available on Google Play? I don't know. I hope so.
I didn't know the Google Play did books.
Yeah.
But
All right, Desi, come on over. Dinner's ready.
there's a lot that I don't know.
There's a lot that Art doesn't know, but not as much as he thinks.
Oh, really? Okay.
What's the difference between paleo and keto? The number one difference is on keto you can have dairy, on paleo you can't, and on paleo you can have any fruit you want, and on keto you can't.
Which one's mine?
Anyone you want, my man. You
Okay.
choose.
Mine will go with the white.
That's
Desi
right.
gets,
Desi gets the darker plate.
whatever that color's.
My book is supposed to be arriving tomorrow. Look, alrighty, Lane, I love it. Debbie got her book from Amazon Kindle. Love to hear that. Christine says, come to McKinney, Texas. Art
McKinney? Nice.
474. Is that
I
a
got friends
record?
in McKinney.
It's a record! A record on book launch day!
Yeah!
Woohoo! Most people ever watching a live stream. Woohoo!
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. We should have like 4,000 people watching. We have over 500,000 subs. We should have like 5,000 people watching. Thank you so much.
And it was right when you said McKinney, Texas. So
Thank you for that. All right. What is Art's favorite recipe in the book? Holly from Madison, Wisconsin wants to know.
let me let you know once I've tasted them all.
You've tasted a
I've
lot.
tasted a lot of them, but not all of them.
All right, without further ado, the lovely and talented Desi Parrish. Welcome, sweetie. For tonight,
Oh my god.
we have prepared
That's
for
amazing.
you a low-carb pesto pasta with shirataki fettuccine noodles and some spice-crusted shrimp, garnished with a little bit of pecorino romano
Wow.
cheese and some Italian olive oil. Bon appetit.
Looks amazing,
appetit.
babe.
Yeah,
Thank you.
super excited for this shrimp.
Go for the noodles.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. Wowzers.
Good pesto.
Good pasta, right?
Delicious.
This is what a shrimp should be. Gone are the days of dry, rubbery shrimp. This is juicy and tender. And when you start learning not to overcook shrimp, that's where it's at. We just set a record for most people on the stream.
Yeah. That's exciting stuff.
Great.
474 right now. That's
Wow.
what the record is.
Well,
Let's break
exciting.
the record.
Wow.
Keep going up from there.
This is delicious, babe.
Thank you, babe. Thank you.
Pesto is very fresh.
Yeah. We nailed the pesto. It's just so flavorful.
I love those noodles.
I mean, look, it looks like you're eating pasta.
I'm making a mess of my fingers here. Oh well.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, I got napkins.
You got it.
I got it. I don't want to like waste a little piece of shrimp that gets stuck on the top.
Oh, let's see. The name of the noodles. Pasta Zero by Nasoya. Shirataki noodles.
These shrimps are good.
Shrimps are delicious, right?
The shrimp is good, I should say.
That's right. There's no plural, right?
It's singular, it's plural. Whatever it wants to be.
Whatever you want me. Shaheen wants to know. Hello, how are you? Shaheen from
Hi,
Dubai.
Shaheen. How are you doing, Shaheen?
A big congrats on the book as well. Can't wait for it to arrive tomorrow, says Jazzy. The picture on the cover is great. This picture was taken by Art. It took 3 hours to get this picture, but
Get it
Art
right.
nailed it. He made us laugh right in the middle of the photo, and it was great. So it's a homegrown effort. Like I said, it looks like a book that would come from Bon Appetit, but Desi took all the food photos. Art helped. Art took the cover photo. I cooked every meal right here. Desi took it to the back office, the second bedroom, took the photos. Desi worked with the publisher on the design, and it looks like an amazing book. And it's great. It's been really, really fun. And like I said earlier, let's pump up those Amazon reviews that are really, really important for their algorithm. So as soon as you get your book, go to Amazon, leave an honest review of what you think for the book. And if you're so inclined, you could then leave a video review. That would be great too.
So I got a question for the group, staying on that vibe of this being a homegrown effort. You do a lot on Instagram, a lot of stories throughout the day. Mm-hmm. How many of the fans out there, back when Bobby's Instagram story rate went from this to like this and posting like billions of posts every day, how many people suspected that something was up? Because that's what this cookbook was all about. You were cooking and you were
back in January, Did any of you guys know that?
Something's brewing here. Did anybody?
In other news, Candace says Art is on her radar, just so he knows.
Okay.
Candace, Art is the most eligible bachelor. Find him on Instagram, please. Tammy says those photos are spectacular. Bintu, I've received the Kindle version, but having difficulty enlarging the pages. Unable to read anything. What? I don't know. I haven't checked the Kindle version. I'll have to look into that, Bintu, or send an email to Amazon because that shouldn't be the case. I'm wondering what's going on there.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what it's going to be like on Apple when it's available on Apple Books.
Jay Hay has been following since 2012. Wow. And Jay Hay sent you that nice baby present too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys. Yeah. We shared the link for Desi's registry on Amazon, and we got over a half a dozen presents, one from Jay Hay, so that was really sweet. Thank you for leaving a review, Tammy. What's your IG, please? Well, mine is Flav City, and Art, yours is?
Arthur Almacy.
Arthur Almacy. I always tag him in my stories, so if you can't find him, just look for my story or shoot me a message. Yeah, Shaheen is old school fan. So Barbara just came out. Barbara made a recipe from the cookbook. We made low carb pesto pasta with shirataki noodles and spice-crusted shrimp. Absolutely delicious. The key to this, and I tell you in the book, is buying the right kind of shirataki noodles. They sell them at Walmart. They sell them at Whole Foods. Pasta Zero by Nasoya. It's a must. Because sometimes they smell other ones funky, and they're not good. These are great. My 2 copies arrived today, Jay Hay. That's what I want to hear. Love it. Will there be a second book coming?
Let's see how this one goes first.
Yes, if this one goes as well as possible, then for sure. But I think it's gonna, because you guys have supported the book. I said it earlier. It's mind-blowing that the book has been a #1 new release in multiple book categories for almost 4 weeks now. If you guys keep sharing the love and buying copies and supporting it, it's going to be a #1 bestseller, and we'll for sure do a second book. And then that'll lead to a book tour and all this good stuff. But keep spreading the love. Anyone who needs clean eating recipes that will help them lose weight and get off those darn medications, this is the book for them. Buy an extra copy for a friend, buy a Christmas present. Just spread the love, because I want people who are interested in low carb and weight loss to have this book. It'll change their life. Change their life. And Desi and I did a lot of research for this book. We went to the Amazon bookstore. We looked at hundreds of different books on the market. And we said, you know what? There is a need for speed. And we are going to fill that need in the market with this book. Because when you pick it up and you flip through it, it gets you immediately. It has a flippability factor. Because every photo, or every recipe has a photo. And you're like, wow, I can eat that and lose weight. I can eat that and lower my diabetes. I can eat that. So it has that flippability factor that if people see it, they're going to buy it. They're going to see the macros on every recipe. They're going to see photos on every recipe. And they're going to realize this is who does it all, right? We're not some like giant behemoth company. It's us. And you can follow us and talk to us on Instagram and YouTube. And you can follow Desi and send her messages on Instagram, right?
Is the book at Costco?
The book is not at Costco yet. We're waiting, knock on wood, for order. Send Costco an email. The word on the street is they're very close to ordering, but they're having delays. But if you keep emailing them, they will order it for sure. Sam's Club, I heard, is this close away. So good stuff. And then we'll go to Costco's around the country.
Sam's Club already ordered.
Is it for sure? Who did?
So That's good.
I think it was like super close. And then Art and I and Desi will go to Costco's randomly around the country and do pop-up signings. Will Costco know about that? No. Will they
Art
care?
doesn't know about
I
this.
don't.
Does Art know about it? No.
But I don't know anything.
Art doesn't know anything we're playing. I was telling him the day of.
Pop-up video. Remember that?
Yeah, it's our pop-up video. Yeah, exactly. But it'll be really fun, you guys. What about BJ's? I haven't heard yet, Anna. I'll let you know. I appreciate that there's a photo for every recipe. I don't understand these recipe books.
Why would I share a recipe that has no photos?
No, it's super bizarre. You see these recipe books, and only half the recipes have photos.
Imagine doing a video with just talking about it. Just talking about the recipe.
Right. Yeah. Like, okay, guys,
It's
first,
showing nothing. No ingredients, no final.
saute the onions. They should look a little golden brown after 7 minutes. Shaheen says that the book is going to be the likes of Heston Blumenthal on your shelf. Thank you. You don't know who that is, do you? Heston Blumenthal? He's a big chef in the UK. Alita just received her first out of 2 copies. The other one should be here on Friday. I'm so excited, from Davenport, Washington. Thank you, Alita, that is so sweet of you.
Fantastic. Thank
That's
you, guys.
right. All right, Terry's going to buy it right now. Bless you, Terry. Thank you, and have a good night. Key wants to know about dessert recipes, does he?
There's a couple of sweet recipes in the cookbook, like my keto biscotti. That falls under dessert. There's a really tasty chocolate chia seed pudding. And a couple more out there, but I'm gonna work on more dessert recipes for you guys.
Look at Michelle. That should be a review. Seriously, anybody can be an excellent cook with this book.
Agreed.
That's right. That's the way Anna Maria just found it on Google Play. Very, very good. Mulaney's on the meatloaf page right now. Isn't that meatloaf good? Actually, the turkey
we made
meatloaf.
it last night.
We made it last night. If you go to Instagram stories, it should still be there. It's delicious.
That's one of my favorite recipes for sure.
Oh, Jay Hay says send a copy to Ellen. She is a vegan, and then you could be a guest cooking on her show. I like the way you think, Jay Hay.
Thank
That would
you.
be huge.
Yeah, so Shaheen says the shirataki noodles aren't available in Dubai. Do you guys have any kind of like low carb noodle alternatives, like a soy noodle or like anything like that? Because worst comes to worst, you could always use like zoodles, zucchini noodles. Have some more shrimp in.
I'm good, thank you, Ben.
Your baby like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Toshi just got the copy. The milk fat. Yeah, so the milk fat separates from the milk solids. The milk solids are burned away, and you just have milk fat for the ghee. Hence why it's pretty much 99% lactose-free and casein-free, because it all gets separated from the milk solids, right?
Ghee's really good.
Ghee is where, and why is it good? They were asking why it's good for pregnant women.
It's a great fat, and especially for postpartum, it's really, really good. You should have it every day if you're postpartum. It really helps rebuild tissue, and it's just very good for the digestion, and it's a good fat.
Nice. Emily is real-time tracking her book. It's 2 stops away on a truck.
Drive faster.
Go faster.
Should be like speed, or it can't go below 55 miles per hour.
Yeah.
That'd be unsafe.
Angela just got it. I love the fact that we're doing this and people are literally getting it
Right now.
at the doorstep
That's
right now.
exciting stuff.
This book gives macros and storage info. Holla at your boy when you see him in the street. You're right, Tess. Macros, storage, all that stuff. We hooked you up. I told you, if you're going to do it, you do it right. And I can't say that about a lot of the books on the market. A lot of them are just taking advantage of the keto craze. They're throwing out recipes that are totally half-assed. They don't have the right macros there. They're just trying to capitalize.
Just the recipes are no good.
The recipes
they have
are
no flavor.
Yeah, they're just boring recipes that they're trying to capitalize on the keto trend. Homie, don't play that game, right? Homie, don't play it.
That.
That's why I thought there was a need for this kind of book in the market.
The need for speed.
You know it, homie. You're right. photos are usually the most expensive part of a book. It can cost $40,000 to $50,000. Not if you have Desi on your side that doesn't, right?
I do it for free. I work for food.
We'll work for food. Food and kisses. Let's see here.
Cargo's hungry. You are correct.
And a little trivia: I was about 4 months pregnant on this photo on the cover.
That's right. Desi was sucking in her belly big time there.
Yeah.
Nancy's book was all bent on the sides, but she's sending it back to Amazon and they're sending a new one. All right, good. We don't want to hear that. Yep, there's kitchen items you need for meal prepping. There is a beginning chapter called like tips to meal prep, and they're really good tips about like stocking up at the warehouse store, what kind of tools you need in the kitchen, how to calculate macros if you need to, how to store stuff, like what kind of equipment you need. Really, really important.
And just like basic tools in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, there's basic, so like,
And pantry essentials.
yeah, pantry essentials. So I didn't want to write like what the keto diet is and stuff, but I did want to write
Because
a quick
if
little
you're
thing.
buying this book, you already know.
Yeah.
what
Good
keto
point,
diet
Ryan.
is.
So tips to meal prep like a boss. And then there's kitchen tools to help meal prep like an Iron Chef. Large cast iron pan, large nonstick pan, and tells you why. Cutting boards, 8-inch chef's knife, lemon lime zester, splatter guard. What's in your pantry? The spices you need to have, the vinegars, the salts, the oils, the condiments. Warehouse Club is your best friend. Why I love glass meal prep containers. We don't use plastic anywhere in the house. Plastic is bad news. How long can I store meal prep? What's the best way to reheat it? How do I calculate macros? Luckily, you have me, and I did all the hard work for this book. In case you want to do the macros for a different recipe, there are 4 trusted websites I use: Fat Secret, Eat This Munch, Nutritionix, and MyFitnessPal. That was the hardest part of this book, was actually doing the macros, because you have to double and triple check because not all websites are accurate. You look up 1 cup of parsley, you look up a cup of chopped green peppers. Sometimes they're different from site to site. So I spent hours and hours and hours doing this for you guys, but it was so important. And then it gets into the chapters. So wakey, eggs and bakey, winner, chicken dinner, pasta la visa, I see food and I eat it, snack attack, pork, your one-stop chop. So it's all there, you guys. Everything you need to be a successful meal prepper, keto diet enthusiast, and lose weight is in this book.
Whoa, I think I see a super chat.
Whoa, super chat. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Tanjim, my 3 copies are on the way. Lamb chop will be my first recipe to try. Love
nice.
from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you so much for that super chat. And thanks for buying 3 copies.
Wow.
That's super cool.
High five.
High five. Very nice. That's really sweet of you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Ooh, nice. Jay, hey, that sounds good. Is there a chapter on snacks? Yep. Snack attack, baby. Remember when you cooked dinner on Facebook Live? That's right. Back in the day. That's where I started my live cooking. Let's see. Just order your copy. Thank you, Kenwick. I appreciate that. When is it going to be at Costco? All right, when's it going to be at Costco?
Soon, hopefully.
Soon. Yes, it could be there in 2 weeks. It could be in 2 months. But I have it on good intel that it will happen. There's a little hiccup in the ordering department over there, but I think it's going to happen, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna
But I hear Sam's Club is like super close away, but I really want that Costco order because we love Costco. Man, for the amount of love we throw Costco, they should order 100,000 books, right? For gosh sakes. Let's see here.
Oh, the stuffed peppers, those are good.
Yes.
Somebody wants to try that.
Stuffed peppers are the bomb.com.
Really good.
The brand of noodles, once again, they're called Pasta Zero by Nasoya. Where can you buy them, Art?
Walmart, Whole Food. Gross.
Those are the 2 places I know that carry it all the time. The only noodles that don't have a funky smell or texture. A garden to table cookbook. I like the idea of that. Holly, my kids love you, Bobby. We love kids. We love making recipes that kids love too that are full of veggies, right? I just trick them into eating those veggies and they don't even know it. Ha 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 ha.
like your cauliflower mashed potatoes.
Yes, cauliflower mashed potatoes. You make those for Thanksgiving.
They're not potatoes, just cauliflower mash.
Food you.
What's that from?
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, yeah.
Okay.
I knew that.
Oh, we still have over 400 people watching.
You guys are
Amazing.
super fans.
Amazing. You guys are so amazing. Bobby, what made you be on the keto diet? You always on keto when you were growing up. Desi, you can hit that one.
No, we didn't know about the keto diet until a couple of years ago, and we made a few recipes, and our fans really liked them. So we continued doing some more recipes, and we've been eating at home that way a lot. Also paleo, and yeah, it's a great lifestyle when you eat clean and reduce the amount of sugars in your diet. So it's a great diet overall.
So we eat keto and paleo at home, right?
Yeah.
Right. And that's the diet that makes us feel the best. We don't do 100% keto because we don't try to get into ketosis. But to be 100% honest, if you're trying to lose weight and reduce your type 2 diabetes and risk of it, keto and paleo is the only way to go. There's a documentary on Netflix called The Magic Pill, and it's all about healing your body from almost any affliction you have from the keto and the paleo diet. And our keto is a little different. We don't do as much dairy as most people do.
And not so much fat.
And not crazy high fat. We're more moderate fat, low carb. And it's this kind of diet, keto and paleo, that will make you lose weight. The arthritis, the pain, the inflammation goes away. And people get off of their diabetes medication, you know, those stubborn medications and those shots and all that stuff because of the diet. So that's the kind of diet that resonates best with us. And we think you can heal your body from any affliction with that. What else? Granny Pepper's still here. She got interrupted with 3 phone calls, but she's still here.
Nice.
Shaheen was grocery shopping a few days ago. She wanted to buy mayonnaise. And she said to herself,
What would Bobby do?
yeah, why do they add sugar to everything? Also, if you can't read the ingredients, don't. Well said. There's sugar in everything. That's the problem. Like, when you eat a conventional diet nowadays, sugar, corn, soy, dairy, and wheat in everything.
What's the average sugar intake for a person in the United States?
19.5 teaspoons of sugar a
God.
day for the average American.
Like a quarter of a cup or something?
There's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So that'd be just over 6 tablespoons. That'd be a quarter cup and a half.
Oh my God.
Imagine eating a quarter cup and a half of sugar every day. That's why we're all sick. That's why the pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars. It's because we eat this shitty food from the middle aisles that's prepared with all that crap. Take back the power, make your own food, and get healthy. Stick it to the man, right? Stick it to him. Let's see. That's a good movie. Keto is great for epilepsy. You're 100% right, Kelly.
Oh, I'm sure it's good for a lot of things.
Yes. That's Diane. Her sugar is going down thanks to my info. Perfect. Perfect. Todd says he's so happy I turned him on to monk fruit, cutting out the sugar. Yep, so I have a recipe all about sugar alternatives that Art and I filmed at Whole Foods. That is fantastic. Let's see. Tess is a label reader now. Where is your go-to place to eat out, Desi?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Typically restaurants that are farm to table and locally sourced. For example, in Chicago, there are a number of them. Rick Bayless's restaurants are fantastic. He does really good Mexican cuisine. Also, we have an Iron Chef in the city, Stephanie Izard.
Amazing.
She has 4 restaurants
Amazing.
now. It's fantastic. She also tries to do locally sourced. And yeah, these are my top restaurants in the city, for sure.
Locally sourced. Always want to get restaurants that buy locally sourced vegetables and protein, and try to stay away from, the starch there if you can. It's not too hard if you know how to order. Sarah just joined. How does she order the cookbook? Use the Amazon link in the description box. But if you live in another country, just search Flav City on your Amazon. It ships to over 20 countries around the world.
And look for that book.
Yes, look for this one right here. And then, like I said earlier, very important. After your book arrives, do what?
Do a review.
Do a review. Amazon loves reviews, and that'll push it to other people. So please leave a review. And if you're so inclined, after you write the review,
do a video.
Yeah, a video.
Get creative.
Yes, Amazon loves video reviews. So if you have time, that'd be great if you do it. But first and most importantly, just leave a review. It's really, really important for Amazon.
Like share your photo of the dish you made.
Yeah, you can do that on Amazon too.
Yeah.
It's just really important for Amazon search rankings.
And tell a friend. Buy a book for a friend. I mean, give them out as gifts to new clients. I mean,
yeah. I'd rather get that than a tub of popcorn or like the crap they normally get, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. The best sugar substitute for coffee would be monk fruit sweetener from Lakanto or Zen Sweet. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar. Yeah, Shaheen, if you can't get monk fruit in Dubai, just use stevia. 100% fine. Does Art cook for us?
Does Art cook for
That's
you?
yet to
Yeah.
be seen.
No, I usually just film. I mean, I leave the cooking to you.
Art actually is
can
going
cook.
to a culinary school, so he's
That's right.
I can cook. but-
well equipped to cook something for
yeah,
us.
I can cook a keto recipe. I don't typically do keto. Stuff that I.
But Art helps us cook sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, I devein some of those shrimp.
You deveined most of them. You took the poop out of almost all these
That's why I
shrimp.
said it was a crappy job.
That was a good one.
We want to eat it, right? So
That's right. Eat
Speaking
some
of
more.
which, I gotta
Yeah,
have some
eat.
more.
Dip in that. Oh, I want that.
try
at
the
the bottom
That's
there.
real.
Let's see here. Is red wine okay on keto? Maria, red wine is actually okay. A 5-ounce glass of wine only has 3.1 carbs. You can totally have a cup and be fine. Someone was outside gardening when they came in and the book arrived and we're live. Perfect evening.
Oh, wow.
More anything?
More everything.
More everything.
Who knows what that's from?
If anyone knows what that's from, we'll be very impressed.
Very.
All right, Shaheen is going to go observe her fast now for Ramadan.
Okay.
Ah,
Yes.
Good luck.
Enjoy, say hi to the family. Oh, I still have 400. Oh, someone wants to know if keto can help thyroid issues.
I'm sure it can.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that, but look it up. I pretty much guarantee yes, because you're getting rid of the inflammatory in foods.
Inflammatory because, like for example, grains.
Yes.
In general, and sugar very inflammatory. So anything that puts your system out of balance is going to affect your glands and thyroid, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start eating clean and eliminate grains and starches and gluten
starches,
and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've actually read about the thyroid. Thyroid is suppressed by, first of all, gluten and caffeine. So I would recommend just eliminating those two things from your diet, and that should help right away.
Yeah, totally. Yes, 2 people got it. It's from Seinfeld. Very good. Haven't bought the cookbook yet, but have made some of your recipes, and everyone loved them. Hey, that's what we love to do. We still have a ton of free recipes. If you want to get the cookbook, there's 125 more waiting for you, my friend. You're 100% right, my man. You got it. Do we have any bread recipes?
Yeah, there's several bread recipes. There's one, the keto fat bread recipe, which actually comes out as a loaf, or you can make these delicious biscuits that Bobby makes. Those are kind of like almost like bread rolls. You can have them, or you can make them into a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can
Cloud
use
bread?
the cloud bread recipe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one's very fluffy and delicious. It's made with cream cheese. So yeah, several bread recipes. In there.
Was the cheesy one included in that?
Yeah, yeah.
Cheesy poofs?
Cheesy poofs.
Faith, the shrimp we used, they're wild caught 10 to 12 shrimp, meaning there's 10 to 12 per pound. They're on sale right now at Whole Foods until next Wednesday, $9.99 a pound.
No way.
Giant wild caught shrimp. You just have to take the shell
And
the
vein.
and the vein, the poop trail out yourself, but it's worth it.
Or get a friend to do it.
Or get a friend to do it. Or we'll come over. Olga,
What? No.
10 years ago, Olga started doing paleo. It was hard as a working single mom. Today, we have so many amazing channels and cookbooks like yours. Thank you, Olga. That is so sweet of you.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
times have changed. Can you make keto hamburger buns? Well, Slime, my friend. If I open to the seafood, I see food and I eat it chapter, and I look for my salmon burger recipe. These, my friend, are keto fat bread sesame seed buns with a shrimp burger, secret sauce, and jicama fries. They're absolutely amazing. And if I go a couple pages back, I can see the same salmon burgers on 147. Because when you get a bun recipe that epic, you want to use it again, right, Art?
Of course.
So these are salmon burgers with creamy mayo and then barbecue kale chips. I used to love Crunchers barbecue potato chips when I was a little chubby kid. And this is my ode to that. And these are better than any barbecue kale chips you're ever going to buy in the store.
That's
Absolutely.
actually something I haven't had yet.
But you didn't have the kale chips?
No, you didn't.
Really?
I've never had those here. Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. The key is to cook them in one even layer in the oven for about 13 to 15 minutes. But you have to keep your eye on them because they burn quickly. But they're crispy, and I put my smoky barbecue spice rub on there.
Is
With
there
that
some
little,
smoked paprika on there?
there's smoked paprika. There's chili powder. There's cumin, and then a little bit of brown sugar substitute.
I don't know if Art will consider those chips.
Yes.
No.
He's the purist.
I'm a purist. I'm not going to use the not designation. They're not chips. No, they're chips. A different kind of chip.
A different kind of chip. That's
These
right.
chips don't have to be potato. They don't
Well
have to be
said.
tortilla.
Well said. Mitch, yes, I would recommend Barramundi. It's very good, especially if it's high quality farm raised. Will the book be at BJ's? I have not heard yet. I will check.
Is that a West Coast warehouse store?
Yeah, is BJ's
Is it a warehouse or is this
It's a warehouse store, but we don't have it around here.
No, we don't.
Nice. Angela got the cookbook today. Most people want your book at Costco. Yeah, we're getting a lot of requests there.
I want to buy a soft copy.
I know. Yeah.
Paperback.
Yeah. So at Costco and the wholesalers and the retailers, it's going to be the soft cover or the paperback. But keep sending emails to Costco. When do you think you'll be doing your next live stream? In about 23 hours, right? We're going to do another one tomorrow. We always do Wednesday or Thursday. Just push the bell icon right below this video, because then you'll get a push notification when we schedule a live stream. But tomorrow we're going live at 5 o'clock Chicago time.
Okay.
So set a reminder for that. Desi, what is the best flour for fat bread if allergic to almonds?
The fat bread has no almonds.
Yeah.
The one we make has coconut manna and macadamia nuts and eggs. That's it. There's no almonds in it.
Yeah, there's no almonds in that. And we just found out today that you can make your own coconut manna at home with what, Art?
A viewer said if you put a bunch of shredded coconut,
Yeah.
food processor,
unsweetened.
and blend the heck out of it for like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, show those
Voila,
61.
coconut manna.
Yeah,
Homemade.
yeah. We
So,
should
I think you
test
gotta
this.
try that.
We should test this and add it to the recipe.
Yeah, because coconut manna is a bit expensive, and if you can make it your own at home, I want to test that. We can do it. We love goofy art. The whole family loves them.
Is there anything other than goofy
I didn't know.
art? I thought there was only one version of art. Goofy or not knowing anything.
That's so funny. I didn't know I was so goofy.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Jazzy, seafood is one chapter of the book. We have a chapter for every protein, so you don't have to worry about it. Mitch just ordered the cookbook on Amazon. It should be here tomorrow. High five, Mitchie boy. I made your loaded burrito bowl. Husband loved it. I got the book today. Can't wait to put it to use. I love it, Lucia. I love to hear that. Right, Holly? BJ's is in Florida, they said.
Oh,
Good
okay.
to know. Nikki's getting her book. Lorraine's will be there on Tuesday. Where do you find macadamia flour? But it's not flour, right?
Macadamia nuts.
Nuts.
Whole nuts.
Yeah.
Costco has some. Also, Trader Joe's has them. We can get them online.
Are they roasted or are they just plain?
You can go raw or roasted.
Okay.
Costco, yeah. Well, yeah, Costco only has roasted salted, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
Trader Joe's has roasted and unroasted.
If you use the salted, do you have to cut back on the amount of salt in the
Yes.
recipe? Okay.
Yes. Great question. Great question. We all love art, says Christine.
Oh, thank you. Love you too.
Ha! Emily, I think my Amazon driver's reading the book. It's not here yet. Can I use maple syrup while on keto and paleo? Desi?
On paleo, yes, but keto actually, on keto you are supposed to avoid all sugars that raise your insulin, and definitely maple syrup is one of those.
You can on paleo?
Yep. Any natural sweeteners like honey,
Interesting. Okay.
agave, which we don't like because it's high in fructose, or maple syrup, or stevia is allowed also.
Okay.
Oh, Christine, in addition to loving art, is getting her sister a book for Christmas, but shh, it's a secret. Thank you, Christine. It's never too early to think about that. Is Art a relative or a friend? Art?
Friend.
Friend. How long we've been knowing each other?
Since somewhere late in high school.
That's right.
Going back a ways now.
Yeah, we've been friends for a long time. What is an alternative to maple syrup or agave? I mean in liquid form. Well, if you want to get keto, you can buy actually keto maple syrup. You could also do, what else?
Your full maple syrup.
Yeah, the full maple syrup with the brown sugar substitute in the water, but it gets a little tricky because it gets hard at certain temperatures. Yeah, agave is bad because it is very high in fructose. It has the same fructose level as sugar, which makes you insulin resistant, so you don't want that. You are welcome, Mitch. Maryland crab cakes are in the house. What brand of monk fruit sweetener? My favorite is Lakanto or Zen Sweet. You can get them both on Amazon, but now actually Costco started to carry a monster bag of Lakanto's monk fruit sweetener. That's an amazing deal.
Zen Sweets from Libertyville, right?
Yes, correct. Maria wants to know if Art is single.
Yes, I am.
He is single and ready to mingle. You know it. What's your favorite recipe from the cookbook? It's kind of like choosing your favorite child, but I showed the picture earlier. This is one of my first ever keto recipes. This isn't it, but look at this picture. This is North African shakshuka with low-carb cheesy grilled pita bread. Look at that photo Desi took. That's a breakfast. That's a wakey eggs and bakey. But this recipe, right? Look at, I have to share this one too. This is a mini meatball breakfast hash. Like, who doesn't want to eat that? Oh, by the way, on Monday, Stobe is doing a giveaway. They're giving away a copy of the book and 4 of these vessels. And then I think the same week, I'm going to give away a Stobe pan also. So look out for that.
Stove is nice.
Yeah, make sure you follow.
That's a good contest.
That's right. Make sure you follow Flav City on Instagram. We're doing some giveaways coming up. This is my favorite recipe in the book. It's Moroccan chicken stew. The chicken is seasoned with cloves, cinnamon, and paprika. It's cooked with chilies, lemons, olives, and roasted peppers. And it's served with a low-carb turmeric. This way, actually, here. A low-carb turmeric. The wrong way there.
How do you do it?
Rice. It's like backwards on here.
Oh,
I thought I was going left, but I'm going right. It's amazing, you guys. And like I said, everything has detailed macros. So macros per serving of cauliflower rice, 4.8 grams of net carbs. Macros per serving of chicken, 6.7 grams of fat, 174 calories, 1.67 grams of carbs. So everything you need to make these recipes is right here.
I will say the turkey meatballs in there are quite tasty.
Yes.
I don't know if I have a favorite recipe yet, but that just popped in my head as I'm thinking of the picture in
Yep.
there. And yeah, that's good stuff.
Maria wants to know who did the food styling. Here's our stylist,
Ta-da!
Desi. That's right.
I did all the food styling and food photography.
That's right.
Big time.
That's right. So let's wrap it up, guys. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Set a reminder. But if you haven't done so yet, leave an Amazon review. We said it earlier. Amazon reviews are super important. So please leave a review as soon as your book comes or the next day. If you haven't bought the book yet, the Amazon link is in the description box. Just think of this as the ultimate clean eating guide to losing weight and feeling great without sacrificing flavor, right? And if you know someone who needs the book in their life, send them the link. Buy them the book. This is the kind of book that's going to get you excited to get back in the kitchen and cook healthy food. And that's it. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for the support. Thank you for making this launch day super exciting. And that's it. Tomorrow, we'll pick another recipe. I don't know what we're going to make. I know Art doesn't, right?
I certainly don't.
We'll pick it tomorrow at lunch and all that good stuff. So that is it. All right, guys.
Let's shatter the new record tomorrow.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. I want
Put this on
over
social media.
500 people tomorrow. We should have 5,000 to be honest, but
Agreed.
I'll settle for 500 tomorrow. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, they want to cook along. We'll do a cook along one day pretty soon. All right, guys. Peace out. We're going to
Thank you,
clean up
everybody. Thank you.
and go for a walk. We should go for a walk,
Let's go
right?
for a
Let's
walk.
go for a walk. Let's go stretch our
Beautiful day.
legs. Yeah, been inside all
Is that
day.
it?